Hey, my YouTubers! This is Dan Drusky here for this new titles like opening and closing VHS tapes. But the last time I was here, I did it about earlier this month. But I've been so very busy, like just like uploading of my previous opening and closing VHS tapes into my other YouTube channel. Like the channel I just did recently for the opening and closing of my previous tapes are opening and closing VHS Beta and Betamax and DVDs channel. Yep. You do like very good with some writing down the comments and and subscribing. Okay. Here's like the new title that I have for this week. One of the acclaimed films of 1954, and this movie received 8 Academy Awards of 1954. That is Marlon Brando's unforgettable performance of On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando as Terry Malloy. Also has Coral Moulton, Lee J. Cobb, Rod Steiger, Pat Herring, James Westerfield, and introducing Edie Marie Saint. And did you know one of Lee J. Cobb's men, like one of his stooges, is played by Fred Gwynne. He didn't have any speaking parts. He had some small parts in the film. The same Fred Gwynne plays Herman Monster on the TV show Monsters, and Francis Muldoon in the Car 54, Where Are You? And the best quote everybody remembers On the Waterfront is when Marlon Brando says, "You don't understand, I couldn't have class. I couldn't be a contender. I couldn't be somebody. Instead, I'm a bum, which is what I am. And let's face it, it was you, Charlie." And that was the line also Robert De Niro used in a 1980 Martin Scorsese's masterpiece, A Raging Bull. When Robert De Niro was, Jake LaMotta was saying it in his dressing room. Yep, after he retired as a boxer, he became like a character actor and a comedian for like the nightclub. And however, this copy of On the Waterfront is the 1984 release. That was at the time when On the Waterfront was 30 years old. The same time, On the Waterfront was out on VHS and Betamax with It Happened One Night, with Claudette Colbert and Clark Gable. However, they take off the RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video UPC code, the way they did it back in the video store. This is the mid-1984 first release of On the Waterfront. It was directed by Ebert Kazam. Ebert Kazam directed a dozen syndicating films, like Streetcar Named Desire and Treat Girls in Brooklyn. And I only liked Lee J. Cobb in other films in the 1940s and 50s. He did he did All-Star Cast in 12 Angry Men. Rod Steiger did Al Capone in the 1959 movie of Al Capone, and in Heat of the Night with Sidney Poitier. Edie Marie Saint did like Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Carl Moulton appeared in a lot of films like Disney's Pollyanna and Four Strikes Out with Anthony Perkins. Marlon Brando, I liked him in The Godfather, and this movie On the Waterfront, The Wild One, and Guys and Dolls. Show you what this tape looks like. Try to open up this damn thing. Here's what this tape looks like. This is one of the last titles RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video in mid-1984 has a fresh sticker label. However, in late 84, they started doing like the paper sticker label, like for Happened One Night, the 10 Three Stooges volume, and Moscow on the Hudson. On the Waterfront was out around that time with the Dresser on VHS with Albert Finney. I'm just checking the print date. It was printed on the 33rd week of 1984. 1984 end label, sticker label, yeah. Someone to take off the orange tag and the UPC code. On the Waterfront, it seems like a great movie that you don't want to miss for the whole entire film buffs on VHS and DVD. So without further ado, here's the opening and closing of the 1954 classic On the Waterfront. And this movie was released from Columbia Pictures in 1954.
You take it from here, Slugger.
I lost him in the last race. You want him? Well, I gotta watch myself these days. You know what I mean? I'll take him up to your lot. Okay, I'll see you on the road.